was you gonna leave as soon as you came across who I am not? This party sucks, I'm out of luck, and no one seems to get me here. They talk about tomorrow's stuff that I don't even wanna hear. The crazy part is that I didn't feel this way before I got here. I wanna be somebody, hanging with somebody, Can I be somebody, dancing with somebody? I wanna be somebody, Goodbye. The truth is I didn't even find your company that good. My lessons learned. Maybe I don't have to be around these people anymore. This party sucks, I'm out of luck. I don't know why I'm being here. They talk about some silly stuff, they even don't know if it's real. The crazy part is that I didn't feel this way before I got here. I wanna be somebody, hanging with somebody, Can I be somebody, dancing with somebody? I wanna be somebody, Maybe if I stay.
Hey, did we do that termite inspection?
That discount agent said we didn't need to.
All right, welcome.
Good to see everybody.
Good to see everyone. It's Maria McArtor with Maryland Homes Team, Remax Components. You are tuned in to Let's Talk Live, Let's Talk Real Estate Live. And we're so grateful that you have joined in with us. And we have a packed program for the next hour. So hang with us. We're going to have a great time. By the way, welcome. It's back to school. Back to school. Time. That's right. That's right. So it's been a couple of days. That's right. It's been a couple of days. And I'm sure all the parents are excited. Just to usher their little ones off.
It's also a lot of work for the parents.
That's right.
There's lunches to pack, homework, 1,000 papers to sign. And then, of course, we want to wish well to all of our teachers who are truly the backbone of the education of our children.
Yep.
And we thank you for that, and all the homeschool moms that are teachers as well. Speaking of that, our daughter is homeschooling in North Carolina, Natalie. We would like to wish her happy birthday. This is a very important birthday month.
That's
for
right.
Quite a few people we know.
Yep. And we have a lot to go through, a lot to talk about, and we're going to do all of that in just 1 second. All right, welcome back.
Yes.
Again, we're having a great time here today. It's been a very busy several days, and we're just excited
2 weeks.
that we can share this time
Crazy
with you.
2 weeks.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So the market is definitely picking up, as we can see. I know that I'm a numbers girl, used to be a math teacher, and fall is always a busy, busy time. We find it busier than spring.
That's
so
right.
it's exciting. You know, people want to get in their new home before the holidays, get that moving, get their kids in the schools they would like them to be in. And we have a lot of people downsizing and retiring and just sadly moving out of the state.
That's right.
So Rob, do you know the top 5
Hang
states?
on. Hang on. Let's do a little housekeeping first. You might be following us on Facebook right now, and we really appreciate that at Maryland Homes Team. We also have an Instagram account, Maryland Homes Team as well. So make sure you follow us there. We're posting all different types of events or properties we have listed, fun giveaways, things like that are on our Instagram. You might be watching us right now from LinkedIn. We're streaming live to LinkedIn. We do have a TikTok account as well. So if you want to see Maria and I dance, you can do that and see that on our TikTok account. And also we're streaming live to YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe to our channel. It really does help the channel out, and we greatly, greatly appreciate that. So back to us.
Alrighty.
You're going to quiz me on something?
I am quizzing
this
you.
early in the show.
Okay.
You're going to quiz me on something.
You should be wide awake.
I'm wide awake.
Are you wide
am.
awake?
I'm
Okay.
wide awake, yes.
So name 5.
Oh,
I
here
have
we
10,
go.
but name 5 of the top states people are evacuating or people are leaving to go to another state. What do you think the first one is? These are so easy. 2 of them are so easy. All you have to do is turn the news on.
Okay.
You would know.
It is going to be, okay, let me see. So if they're evacuating out of the states, I say California is probably one of the top
Actually,
ones.
it's number 1.
Okay. And I would say another state that people are leaving. Maybe
You're not
is it
looking it up,
Oregon?
are
I'm
you?
not looking. No, I don't have anything on my screen.
Okay.
Would it be like Oregon, like something like that, or Vermont? No, I don't know.
No.
I don't know any other states that people would.
Are
like,
you kidding
well,
me?
Maryland. I hope they're not leaving
Maryland's
Maryland.
number 9.
Oh, okay,
number
good.
9.
So it is further down the list.
So just
All
to
right.
remind all of our Marylander
Number 9.
friends, if you are moving or wanting to plan to move to another state, Remax is international. We have friends all over the country and all over the world. So if you need a good agent, just talk to a friend of mine that her kids moved from Colorado and she's moving too, or that they moved to Colorado from here, and they were not happy with their agent. They felt as a first-time home buyer, they were not well represented. You know, we're just reminding you, we know everyone all over the country and the world.
Okay, share with me the list.
So, okay, wait a minute. Okay, next, did you say New York?
Did not say New York.
All right, Illinois
Illinois
is one.
Okay.
New Jersey. Well, taxes are high in New Jersey, like
New
York.
Jersey, the armpit of
Yeah.
America.
And
yes.
then Michigan, believe it or not.
Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I went out of that.
So
Wow.
where are they moving to?
Oh,
What
where are
the
they moving
top
to? Is this the
5?
next part of my
I know
quiz?
the 10. Yes, the second
Oh,
part
my
of your
goodness.
quiz. Feel free to pipe in, anybody.
Anyone wants to pipe in? Yeah, exactly. It's a live show, so please go into the comment section, give us a thumbs up, type in your questions, your comments. We'd love to be able to bring you on board as well
gonna double
as
check.
we're talking.
There were 3 of them I know myself, but
I would
there's 2
say-
different sets of stats out there.
I would say people they're moving into Florida,
They are.
Texas,
Florida's number 2.
Tennessee.
Actually, Texas was number 1.
Okay,
Can you believe that?
is Tennessee one?
Let me see.
South Carolina, North
Tennessee's
Carolina.
number 5.
Okay, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Kentucky.
No, surprisingly.
I'm not sure.
We have
What am I
Florida,
missing?
South Carolina, believe it or
did-
not,
I said that.
Colorado. Like I was just talking about my friend, both her boys moved
Yes.
out there, her daughter, and now she just bought a house in September.
Okay.
So there, Colorado, but I don't think Colorado taxes are cheap. I don't know. I mean, other than it being absolutely gorgeous,
Yeah, but
why
it is
would they
Rocky
move out
Mountain
there?
High, Colorado.
That is true.
I mean,
that is
people like to go
true.
there.
So then Nevada, believe it or not, and my son Gabe and the good friends of ours are going to love this answer. They're moving to North Dakota. Now, isn't that cold?
Yeah,
But there's a lot of good hunting.
That's
and it's
right.
near Canada, right?
that's
So
right. Awesome.
I don't know that I would move there. I
That's
would be
right.
more of the South Carolina, North Carolina, possibly the Florida.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Let's
I
talk
love
about
Florida.
today's show topics. Our discussion. We're doing home inspection, home of horrors. We introduced that segment the last
Yes.
time we were on air, and people love that. How about the Lender's Lounge with Bob Bonnet's Atlantic Bay Mortgage? We're so excited to have him in the house as well. And we're going to be interviewing, by the way, Nicole Blanchard. Nicole
Awesome.
Blanchard, she's a VP and co-founder of Shifting Gears Incorporated. What a wonderful, wonderful organization. I can't wait to dive into that interview, by the way. We do, after the interview, we do have the latest housing report and some calendar of events as well. So just
Awesome.
wanted to make
Sounds
you
like a
aware.
great one.
So we are going to dive right into, I want to give a round of applause to Mr. Bob Bonnet with our Lenders Lounge. Bob, how you doing, sir?
Hey, hello. How are we doing today?
Good, doing well.
Great.
Doing well.
Thanks
So,
for having me.
You're absolutely. Bob is very well known in the mortgage industry,
Yeah.
and he's what you're like the director, you're like the president of Atlantic Bay. I mean, he's like a regional guy, just to let you know.
Yes.
My official title is area manager, but you can call me what you want, friend.
That's right. Yeah, very
so-
knowledgeable. Yep.
You know,
Yeah, been in the business many years, and we're excited to have you on board, Bob. Yeah.
yeah.
Helps.
July officially made my 25th year in this business.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's fantastic, Bob. So, yeah, we wanted to bring you on board. Number one, have a couple of questions for you. Of course, everyone's seeing in the news right now that the projection is about 0.25% drop possibly in September. There's a lot of that in the news right now. If you could just share with us pretty much where the interest rates are kind of hovering today.
Yeah. Sure. I'll start. Can you hear me okay? Everything
Yeah,
good?
just
Yes.
fine. Yep.
Perfect. Mortgage rates today on the conventional side, they're leaning right around 6.49% on a conventional mortgage right now.
Oh,
that's
that's
good.
great.
On the government side, they're a little bit better. So government is consisting of FHA, VA, USDA, and they're sitting right around 6.125 today.
Oh, these are beautiful numbers.
Those are good numbers.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're definitely starting to come down. September, we saw a slight increase in rates, but the last 2 days the market has really fared well. To give you kind of an idea, I do not have a crystal ball. I know everybody has been asking me that. What's going to happen? Rates are going to be determined by Friday's outlook of the jobs report that's going to come out.
Okay.
So jobs report that comes out, and JOLT survey, and that's jobs opening and labor turnover survey, is going to be big. So they're anticipating that the job numbers are not going to come in where they're expecting. And if that's truly the case, then we should see a soft labor market that can push the Federal Reserve to possibly look to cut rates. And that's what we would love to see. I mean, look, last year we saw the same thing and rates went up, unfortunately. So my fingers are crossed that they do decide to have that they do decide to lower the rates a quarter. That's what I'm hoping. That's what we're all hoping. And then we have to let the lenders then pass their savings down to the borrowers as well.
Sure. What's one of the hottest programs that you have right now that you're introducing to potential buyers? Which one that the buyer would take advantage of and probably realize the biggest benefit by using that program? Just throw one out there for us.
Yeah. So one that I actually closed last month was with Remax. Was a program that we offer, which is a 3% down program. However, for a first-time home buyer, the first-time home buyer only needs to be able to come up with 1%. We as a lender will then lend them a lender credit for the other 2%. So they're responsible for 1% down and the remaining of their closing costs, or we can substitute that with some kind of seller assistance or seller aid to help them get into a home for only 1% out of their own pocket.
Wow.
With that, we can also do other cool products that we offer in-house. We offer a homebound grant, which is a $2,000 grant that we offer in-house from Atlantic Bay, as long as they're a first-time home buyer and they meet Fannie and Freddie's area median income guidelines as far as their income. And we can give that right out of the gate.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So if I'm a buyer, I'm watching this today, watching it tonight, maybe tomorrow, and I'm thinking, okay, they're telling me that the rates are coming down. That's great. Do I wait until the rates come down and then give you a call, have a conversation with you about what kind of programs you offer? Or should I make that call now and help you navigate what I need to do financially to best position myself to be a winner in the next couple of months?
Yeah, so that's a great question, right? And that's been a question that has been asked by almost every customer that calls me, especially a first-time home buyer. My answer is it yes, immediately. You can't purchase a home fast enough, right? And the reason for that is there's a lot of people that are waiting in the wings. When rates were 3% and they were renting and they were in the market, they got scared when rates jumped to 4% and they got out of the market. Well, where rates are today, there's a lot of people that opted not to own a home, but rent. And as we saw, rents increased, right? So now that they want to be homeowners and now that they've saved a ton of money, what we're going to experience is all of these borrowers that are sitting waiting for rates to drop, they're all going to be back on the market. So there's a good chance that if you don't purchase now, you're going to be competing at a high rate. Whereas we're seeing 1 or 2 or 3 contracts on a house, maybe now you're competing against 5, 6, or 7 different offers, right? Yeah. So there's a good chance that you can actually overpay for a home if you wait. So the cost of waiting is pretty astronomical. Yeah. So I highly suggest that if you're looking to increase your purchasing power, call me today. I'm happy to help you, run some scenarios, and we'll see what makes the most sense for you.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fantastic. Great information, great advice. Bob Bonnets again,
Yes.
Atlantic Bay Mortgage. We appreciate you
Thank you, Bob.
jumping in with us. And I had to cut my audience off. I'm sorry about that. But Bob, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. And we look forward to talking to you soon.
Yes, thank you,
Yeah,
Bob,
thanks
for
for the
spending some
opportunity,
time.
Thank you. Take
Alrighty,
care.
have a good
Yeah.
night.
Great information. I always
That's
appreciate
very encouraging
bring the
to
lenders
me
on board.
when we
Yeah.
were talking 7 last week.
Yep, exactly.
That's
Yep.
a big deal.
We're going to jump it right into our next segment here. You're going to love
Okay.
this. I think it's a lot of fun. The home inspection, home of horrors is our segment. Yes, exactly. So yes, we do home inspections, right? And there seems to always be maybe 1 out of every 3 home inspections. There's a horror story. There's always something that's like, oh my goodness, who repaired that? Who attempted to repair it? And why did they use duct tape on the pipe? I mean, I just can't figure it out. So I want to share with you a video of a recent home inspection and just to see what your thoughts are with this. Hang on one second.
All right, we're on a brand new house here. These homeowners just took possession of this house. And I'm going to show you some framing that needs to be fixed here. This should have been picked up by the city building inspector, but it wasn't, and we're catching it today. So what we have here is we have this LVL beam. This is picking up the floor above. And look at it, you can see it's already settled. This house is only 30 days old. What the framers did is they've just notched it around this steel beam, and they've effectively taken away the strength of it. We're bearing on only this much as opposed to the full height. So all it would have taken is to add one more vertical layer here, a post, to support the edge and take it all the way down to the floor. But instead they got lazy and they just did this notch. So we're going to document, we're going to get these framers back to fix it.
Isn't that crazy?
And I don't think, every Joe Schmo would know to look for that. I
New
would have looked for
construction,
that.
get a home inspection.
Yes,
People think, oh my gosh, it's
they
new
don't
construction.
think they need
What
it.
could go wrong? The county came
Yeah.
in. Don't worry, the county came in
Yes.
and they inspected it. Everything must be just perfect. I worked with an agent years ago. They did a home inspection on a new construction. And guess what? There was 0 insulation in the attic. No insulation. So do yourself a favor, get a home inspection. I think it's well worth the money.
I always say
Unless
it's
you're a
your
contractor
best
buying a home
money
or something. But
spent.
yeah, it is the best money.
Best money spent.
Exactly. We want to dive into our interview,
Okay,
and we're going to be
let's
right
go.
back. All right, we want to welcome our guest, Nicole Blanchard. Nicole, you get the music as well. I'm very sorry about that, but you get it as well. Yep. So Nicole is the vice president and co-founder with Shifting Gears Incorporated right here in Harford County, and I'm so excited to have her on board with us. Nicole, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, good afternoon and evening. Thank you so much for having me today. As you said, I'm the co-founder of Shifting Gears Incorporated. We are a newer nonprofit organization with a passionate mission. We want to transform the lives of at-risk youth who are transitioning out of the foster care system. So we want to come alongside them, empower them, and really provide the support to help that be a successful transition. So I'm so excited to be here and chatting with you.
Wow,
We're
that's
glad
great.
you're here too.
Yeah, we're
So tell us
excited.
how you, and is it Diana or Diana who have come together and decided, let's help the youth, and give them hope.
So about 8 years ago, Diana and I and our families became foster parents, and we met through that. We both fostered through Harford County Department of Social Services, and Diana's family specifically fostered teenagers and people who were closer to aging out of foster care. And we would connect through different events and things like that, and we really got to know the systems and a lot of the support that was in place for youth that were aging out of foster care. But about around this time last year, she actually had a former foster youth that had lived with her for a little while reach out. And she was in a really difficult place because of life circumstances that had happened to her. And she really needed support from someone that she trusted, someone that knew how to navigate the system. And through Diana's knowledge of what resources were available and her support system, we were really able to come alongside this young person and help walk them through. But that experience also helped us to really see what a great need there was, because there are a lot of really wonderful organizations in Harford County that are doing great work for youth and young adults that are in foster care, but there really isn't as strong of a support once they leave foster care. It can be difficult to learn how to navigate the different systems, fill out the applications that they need to fill out and things like that to get support. So we wanted to come alongside of youth and young adults and really help them navigate those systems and really put them back in the driver's seat and just come alongside them with the resources that we're able to provide and connect them to.
So what kind of resources, by the way, let me just back up a second. So I just absolutely love the way our community comes together, because how I heard about your organization was through another nonprofit organization, Fresh Starts. So when I heard about their organization, we did an interview with them, just like we're doing with you. I found out, wow, they're doing such a great job. And of course, we work closely with Extreme Family Outreach. So it just seems like everyone kind of couples together, and each stage of someone's life, regardless of where they're coming from, it seems like there's always a program or a nonprofit and a group of just loving people that are willing to help navigate you and make that change. And your organization is just so specific, where it works with youth that are transitioning out of the foster care program, but they need that start. They need to learn how to fill out applications, let's say. And I think a lot of that is where you have an organization like Fresh Start, where you can go in and maybe you're setting up your first apartment and you don't have the furnishings and things like that. And you need that ability to do that. And this is where you come into play. Is that correct?
Absolutely. We have seen that and know that to be true as well. This community really is an amazing one that comes together to support. And we really are, in a lot of ways, utilizing existing services that are available to youth and young adults, and then just trying to come alongside them and help them to navigate those systems by providing personalized support. So we really try and meet with the youth and young adults and talk to them really just about where they are, what they're going through, and then try to help them find the things that they need in order to find the success that they are hoping for and looking for.
Sure. I'm visiting your website, and I encourage everyone to go to your website as well, shiftinggearsmd.org. Is that correct? Absolutely. Yes. So definitely go to the website, and I just click on, I love the different projects that are the past projects that you've done, some that are happening soon. We have one of them in our calendar of events, by the way, where you are, you have donate today, things of that nature. And I cannot see this portion here, shifting gears. You have forms you can fill out, but that is going to show up as well in our calendar of events. But what's the latest event that you have fundraiser that's coming up here shortly?
We have a basket bingo that's coming up in October. It is a sold out event, which we're so thankful to the community. Yes, but we are still looking for a couple of donations and volunteers for that. If anybody is interested, we're really excited. We had our first fundraiser in May. We had a tea, and it was a great success. We had a lot of support from the community, and so we're really looking forward to a fun night of bingo.
Oh, so where will the bingo be? What location?
It's going to be at the Falston Firehouse.
Oh,
and
awesome.
We have a lot of really wonderful baskets that have been donated. A lot of generous people have donated really awesome baskets that people are going to be excited for.
So I want to make sure everyone knows too that it is sold out as far as the tickets are concerned, but you still have sponsorship opportunities. So to all the business people out there and folks that need a little boost in your small business, large business, whatever, you have some additional funds. Your audience is already there. The tickets are already paid for. People are going to be there. So I would encourage you to visit their website and go ahead and fill out a form to see what kind of sponsorship opportunities are available to you. And I encourage you to do that. So, Nicole, where else do you typically get your funding for your organization?
So we do get our funding from a lot of community donations, just people in the community that are generous. We also are applying for grants. So we
Awesome.
have come together. Thankfully, our board, we have a lot of people that have experience in this field. So even though we're a newer organization, we have people that have experience providing these types of services and doing fundraising and things like that. So with those sponsorship opportunities, it is a great way for businesses to get their name out there, because we will advertise on our social media as well as on the day of the actual event. We'll put out there all of the sponsors as well. So that is a great way to partner together.
Yeah.
So how did you come up with your name, Shifting Gears?
Shifting gears. So that's one of the hardest things, I think, when you're coming up with an organization. A lot of times you have the idea of what you want to do and the passion and the purpose behind it. Shifting gears, we came up with because we really liked the idea of moving forward. And, when you're driving a car, when life, where the road has been difficult, sometimes you need to shift gears in a car, which may mean like adjusting speed or direction or power to keep going. And so our thought behind that is really, you're already on the path. These young adults that we're working with are already on a path. They have a destination where they want to go, and we just want to help accelerate them to getting there. They're going to face some barriers, and unfortunately, youth that are aging out of foster care do have more barriers, I think, than some of their peers, with just lack of support, some of the things that they're dealing with because of being in foster care. And so we really want to just help accelerate them towards the things that they want to achieve in life and that stability.
Awesome.
Okay, so don't give it away. I want someone to comment. When you look at the logo, what does that logo stand for? I already know what it is. Bob, who's Bob Bonnets with Atlantic Bay, who we just had on as well. We just had a lively discussion about it as well. I absolutely love it. It's going to take probably the older ones in the crowd to kind of figure it out. If you're Gen Z, you get extra points. Common. If you're Gen Z or X and you know what that is, and you can put it in the comment section, we could probably have a gift card for you.
I already know what it is.
We have gift cards all over our desk. So if you know what that is, put it in the comment section, and I'll throw your name up here on the screen.
Don't discount.
Well, of
you
course.
You said gift card. You know who's
I did say gift card, and
yes.
guess who piped in? My own son, by the way, piped in. Now, I'll have to say,
we have another
he's
one.
Actually wrong. So, Bob, if you look at the comment,
thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you, Lindsay, as well.
And Alexander.
But I want to be a little bit more specific than this. And by the way, that's not 5-speed. Am I right, Bob? Bob, I can see him on. Yeah, that is correct. It's not 5-speed. All right, at all. If that's the case, you have no way of going backwards.
Well, you haven't told Alexander. I mean, I grew up learning on a Datsun B210 in somebody's neighborhood on a hill how to drive a stick by my father. But back in the day, you saw them all the time. Now, so
Lindsay, you're close. All right, so it's a car gear shift. We know that, right? So can anyone explain further about what it's called, by the way? So there is a specific
don't make
name
it
for that.
difficult for people.
Well, no, maybe I should share. Okay.
Just, you want to share.
You should tell us.
You're
Bob,
like baiting everybody so you can act really smart.
So that's called, that's how you shift a gears with a manual transmission.
Four on the floor.
That four on the floor, or the H pattern. They call also that the H pattern. So your first gear is top left, you drop it down to second, you go over, and the center one is third, you drop it down to fourth, and guess what that far little dot is up there?
Reverse.
That's reverse. So you got to go backwards, right? So that's your reverse, right? Oh, look at that. Alexander just piped in 4 on the floor. Wow, I wonder where he got that from. Great job. I'm going to take your gift card, by the way, and I'm going to use that tonight, Alexander. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. And he just piped in, too. Wow, look at that. Just piped in. The H pattern. Yes. Good job, Alexander. Great job.
Well, I was the hot girl in high school because I was the only girl who could drive a stick.
Oh, so she just threw that out there, Bob.
I did. I just had to say that.
She's a hot girl in high school. My goodness.
Those days are gone. I probably would wreck my car if I had to drive a stick now with children, grandchildren in the back of the car. But
we got off the rails here.
Yeah, you did. You did, not me.
I'm sorry.
But anyway,
I'm sorry.
So Nicole, tell me, what is the average age for children graduating from foster care? Like, I'm not sure, is that 18, 16?
So in Maryland, which is like a lot of states, youth can stay in foster care until they're 21. So
Oh,
they
that's
can choose to
awesome.
leave at 18, but we try and encourage them to stay in and get that support until they're 21 years old.
That's great. That's great. Because I know, being a former special educator, my heart as an educator was so concerned for the kids. Like, going from middle school to high school is very different in helping them. And you feel like they almost get lost, like, unless they have someone that's just going to walk beside them and help them, So I think this is great. And I can understand how they would need that. And I mean, adulting today for the kids, I feel like schools don't encourage or teach them like they used to teach them to, like, balance money, responsibility and jobs, and just simple things like that that I remember learning in school, and kids today don't even know about finances, unless their parents have taken the time to teach them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
absolutely.
Yeah. Here's a question for you. So, Nicole, I mean, it takes an absolute fantastic big heart to make that big decision, right? For a family to take on a foster child. And I've seen that in many different, with many different people around our circles. And I just think it's fantastic. And there's absolutely, in my opinion, a special place in heaven for those who are willing to open up their homes and their hearts, right, to those children. Do you ever help and assist in your program for those parents or even individuals that are making that decision, and to help guide them to make that decision to become a foster parent?
Sure, we would probably connect them to the local resources. So whether that's Department of Social Services or looking for treatment foster care, maybe the ARC, we would make those connections to help them. But we are definitely happy to talk with people if anyone has any questions. We could let them know about our experiences and the different resources that we've utilized as foster parents.
Oh, great.
So what do you find as some of the biggest challenges? Because for people who don't foster care, they don't really know. We only hear, honestly, some of this horror stories, so I'd love to hear your challenges, how you overcome them, and then some success stories.
Yeah, sure. You're right. There are definitely some challenges that our youth and young adults face because of being in foster care. I think the lack of stability really leads to more difficulty when they're trying to age out and thinking about, the different paths that they want to go on. So there are a lot of different statistics out there about within the first year of someone aging out of foster care. There's been statistics as low as 50%, as high as 81%, that 81% of young adults will experience homelessness, unemployment, even sometimes worse, incarceration, unfortunately, or even death because of that instability. And so we see those as big challenges. We see those as things that, these are not things we want to happen for the youth and young adults who have experienced foster care. And so we want to make sure, that we're really doing everything we can to be that safety net, because I think a lot of these young adults, their peers who have come from families that are able to provide them that support, they have a little bit of a safety net built in. So where if they make a mistake and they don't show up for work and they get fired, they have somebody to fall back on.
Sure.
And so our hope is really to be able to mitigate some of those challenges and risks and be able to help provide a little bit of that support and safety net. So we do that through life skills. We do that through personalized support. So, connecting them. A lot of times we see lack of identification and some of those basic documents that you need to be able to get jobs or fill out applications for housing. So we can help try and, connect them to the community resources that they need in order to get those documents and things like that.
And that's overwhelming just for me, going in and filling something out, even for like tax purposes. And I can't even imagine if I didn't have anyone to walk me through that or teach me. Like, I mean, I'm going to pick on my youngest son here. We were away and I needed him to put something in the mail for me. And I've already taught him how to write a check. A lot of kids don't even have checks. Like, sometimes when we need an earnest money deposit for real estate, we say check. I'm like, Yes.
I don't even
Go
have
to
an
the
account.
bank and ask for a check.
A check, what
They'll
is that?
give you what I promise. But just like he had to address a letter, and he's like, "Ma, stamp on the right side or the left?" And I was like, "He's 18." I'm like, "Okay, we've gone through this before. Look at an envelope that you've gotten from the mail." But anyway, just like simple things like that. But if you're not doing them consistently, they can be very overwhelming. And sometimes I feel for children that haven't had that security most of their lives, that's like they would rather just quit than try, because that's just what I see in the kids that when I was teaching, because they just feel defeated, and they don't know, or they don't even want to ask because they might feel intimidated.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I
Yeah.
think, when people are kids, we have a lot more grace for that. But then when they grow up and they're adults, a lot of
True.
times without thinking
True.
about it, people might place the blame on them without realizing they've had really hard circumstances
Right.
that maybe
Right.
they weren't equipped to be able to do X, Y, and Z. And so we
Right.
really want to make sure that, we're taking away that stigma, that we're making sure that everybody has access to that support.
True.
Yeah, I
That's
want
so
to give a big
true.
shout out to all the volunteers. It sounds like you have a great volunteer staff that's on board. They're on your website listed, and of course, it looks like there's other opportunities as well. So, if someone is out there right now, they're watching today, they want to help right now, whether they want to do it in a volunteer role or they just want to donate and things like that. What's the best first step for them to take with your organization?
The easiest thing to do is to go on to our website or social media. We do have forms, like you were pointing out, where people who are interested in volunteering can say what opportunities they would be interested in volunteering for. So if they're interested in becoming a one-on-one, so doing mentorship or tutoring, or maybe providing a class on a life skill that they have, or if they want to do more behind the scenes stuff, helping us run administrative, doing fundraisers and things like that, they can fill that out as well. And then you can get the information to donate on our website as well. So
That's
we
awesome.
definitely volunteers are how we get things done. So we're so thankful for them, and we know that we take volunteers to get our mission completed.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that's fantastic. What's the biggest hope that you find that you want for the future for shifting gears?
I think the biggest hope that we have is to be able to provide transitional housing. We would love to get a motel or an old building like that where we could really have some kind of transitional housing program to really help the youth that have that independence, where they can have their own space, not really like a group home, but more of an independent stepping stone to be
Right,
able to
right.
get out.
Absolutely. Yeah,
So
an
I think
actual
that would-
address, that, yeah. I love that. And there's a sense of independence with that as well. So you have an address, you're getting mail, you're working from that location. And just like you said, it's a stepping stone. It's going to take you to the next step. They call Bob Bonnets with Atlantic Bay. They get their FICO score, their program in place to get a home. And I think that's fantastic. I
I'm
love
just going
that.
to say mail's overrated, but that's
Yeah,
all
that's
I'm
true.
going to say.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not a fan of mail.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. Well, we're going to offer links below after we do the show this evening. We're going to offer some links that are back to your
Yes.
website and some contact information that they can reach out to you. And I really, really wish and pray the best for your organization. I think it's
Yes.
fantastic. I was so excited to learn about you through a couple other organizations, and I thought I've got to get them on our program. I just want to get the word out there because I think it's a huge, huge benefit for our community to have organizations like you out there. That are really helping these parents out, these families out. We really appreciate that.
Yes. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Nicole. I
Thank you so
appreciate
much
that.
for having me and for your
Absolutely.
support. It really means a lot.
Absolutely,
You're welcome.
absolutely.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Take care. We'll talk to
All
you
right.
soon.
So Lindsay Hood, you'll have to send us, DM us your address so we can get you a gift card to mail, or if we could leave it for you at our Remax Components office in Fallston.
Yes.
You're more than welcome to pick it up. So you just let us know.
We'd love to do that for you, Lindsay. Thank you so much
Absolutely.
for tuning in, and we really appreciate that. So we are going to dive right into our calendar of events. We'll be right back.
There's no need to complicate things. Let's stick to the basics. We both know what we want. Let's just keep it simple. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right.
These flies just
You
will
saw me
die.
wave. There's like a stinking fly right in our studio.
And the
right?
yellow jackets, a good friend of mine moved.
We've done this
some of
well
her
over 2
gardening
years and never
stuff.
had a fly in our studio. So just
Well, there was a
sorry,
fly in church too, like 3 of them flying around,
that's
like with
crazy.
people singing. I felt bad for them.
Yeah, let's take a look at the market reports.
I'm gonna get that in out art tonight. That business cards, yeah.
All right,
So, whoa, why is that so zoomed in?
that is so zoomed in.
Could you zoom out?
I can zoom out.
Thank
yes.
you. Oh
Give
my
me one.
gosh.
Give me
Oh.
1 second. I'll zoom out. This is crazy. Yep. Exactly.
But I want to say about those market stats. Everyone was worried about the pricing of housing going down. If I could say pricing of housing going down, it's still going up. Even 2.8% is still better than none.
Yeah.
And there are no predictions saying housing prices are going to drop.
Yep.
You know, they're just not going to be as competitive. You might be able to negotiate some, which is all good. And we still have a truckload of buyers out there waiting for you to put your house in the market.
Yeah, exactly. So the market is obviously changing. We're right here with you. We're doing this show. We're bringing the experts on, and we appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for following us on Facebook,
Yes,
Instagram,
thank you.
LinkedIn. It really does help us out. And turn those notifications on so you know when we go live again.
Yep.
And Maria, we're always better
Together.
We're always better together. Remember,
Yes.
put Maryland Homes team at the top of the list of agents you wanted
Yes.
to interview when you're ready to buy or sell a home. We will see you on the flip side. We'll see you next time.
And if you have a one of your favorite, organizations that you'd like us to promote, we'd love to meet with them
Absolutely.
and
Yep,
support
put 'em on
them.
the show.
Absolutely.
Take
Have
care.
a great week.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. It's something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection.